The White House chided the media Monday for obsessing about President Trump's tweet on NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace and the Confederate flag, while failing to ask any questions about a surge of weekend violence in New York City and Chicago. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said as she wrapped up her press briefing, "I was asked probably 12 questions about the Confederate flag. This president's focused on action. I'm a little dismayed that I didn't receive one question on the deaths that we got in this country this weekend." She noted, as she did at the start of her briefing, that shootings in New York City doubled for the third straight week, and rose by 142% in 1 week. She said, "Not one question, I didn't receive one question about 5 children who were killed." Ms. McEnany pointed out that one of the victims was an 8-year-old girl. She said, "Mr. Dorn was a retired police captain who was shot and killed in St. Louis last month. We want to be focused on securing our streets, making sure no lives are lost because all Black lives matter, that of David Dorn, and that of this 8-year-old girl." Reporters instead pressed Ms. McEnany repeatedly Monday on the president's reasons for tweeting that Mr. Wallace, the lone black driver in NASCAR, should apologize for complaining about a hate crime when his team found a rope shaped like a noose in his garage bay. The FBI determined that there was no hate crime. The rope pull on a garage door had been there since at least October, when Mr. Wallace's team wasn't using that particular garage bay. The president tweeted that NASCAR ratings have gone down since the hoax over the noose, and since Mr. Wallace successfully led a move to ban the Confederate flag from NASCAR events. Ms. McEnany said the president was not taking a position on the Confederate flag one way or the other. She said, "There was no hate crime, the FBI concluded that, and President Trump was merely saying Mr. Wallace should agree with that. There was no hate crime here and we should all be grateful for that. Most Americans are great, hardworking people." She said the president wants no part in cancel culture and he's appalled by the media's rush to judgment in cases of alleged racism. She said, "He rejects this notion that somehow NASCAR men and women who go to these sporting events are racist." President Trump has taken political polarization to a new level, according to Gallup polling. President Trump's approval rating sits at 38%, and the difference in opinion between self-identifying Republicans and Democrats in the latest Gallup poll is jarring. The survey found that 91% of Republicans approve of President Trump, compared to 2% of Democrats. Jeffrey Jones, Gallup's senior editor, wrote in a poll analysis, "The current 89-point difference between Republicans and Democrats' ratings of Trump is the largest partisan gap Gallup has ever measured for a presidential approval rating in a single survey." Trump had previously registered 87-point gaps in late January and early February polls, conducted around the time of his Senate impeachment trial and ultimate acquittal. President Trump's approval rating among Republicans ticked up slightly since last month, but that has coincided with a dip in support among independents and Democrats.